Assalamu alaykum. I have advice for the Muslim youth. We are living in a very uncertain time. It's not easy to be Muslim. It's not easy to go out with your hijab and don't get looks from everywhere. It's not easy to have a beard and apply for the job and be rejected right away. And it's not easy to cross the airport and not be scheduled to some sort of check-in just because you're a Muslim. And it's also not easy to accept our politicians and leaders having a blind eye on what's happening to the Ummah, and they're just sleeping and they're puppet of the most Western governments. It's very difficult, I know that. And it's not easy to be labeled as a terrorist and extremist when you're a lovely and funny person, mashallah. So inshallah, here are the 8 advice for the Ummah, and generally, particularly for the youth. If they follow these advice, I'm sure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change our condition. Because the Quranic ayah says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not change a nation unless they change themselves. So these are 5 advice that I can present you. If you follow them, hopefully inshallah there will be a transformative change in your life, and therefore your family will change and the whole society will change. Number 1 advice, my brothers and sisters, fear Allah. No matter in what condition you are, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And do not compromise on your religion. Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control. He has the power of the entire universe, and He can do whatever He wants. If He has put us in this condition, that could be and that is from the wider wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fear Allah. Do not commit the sin that you see them useless. What I mean is, when you have your own screen, you're browsing your phone, Instagram, TikTok, a lot of horrible and sexual things are coming up there, and you don't care. And trust me, there's a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that most of my ummah who will be in hellfire because of the minor sins, not the major sins. The little things that we don't take serious, because of those things we might end up in hellfire. So number 1, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will solve a lot of your problem. Number 2, my brothers and sisters, make sure that your rizq is halal. Trust me, the reason that we are not happy, we have family problems, we have facing depression, it's because our rizq is not halal. And there's second hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the dua of a man who is putting dust on himself in the desert, but his stomach is filled with haram? That means his stomach is filled with haram income. It could be any sort of income, but make sure that your income is halal. When your income is halal, wallahi, most of your problem will be solved. Because the issues and the problem that we have in our daily life is because our income is not from the halal sources. That is really, really important. But we genuinely don't care. We genuinely don't care about income. We only care if we can get as much money we want. That's important. But that's not important from the source, from which source that money is coming to me. If it's halal or not. Make sure that your income is halal. Wallahi, most of the problem will be solved. The third advice I can give is increase yourself in knowledge. I cannot emphasize how important knowledge is. I'm not only saying Islamic knowledge, knowledge of dunya. Learn some skills, build some values in yourself, so you can sell those values and earn halal rizq. Point number 2, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first ayah which was revealed, Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. Read in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the ayah continues, but the point is, today we don't read anything. There was research done that the Muslim are the least nation who reads, particularly people in back home, they don't read. Make sure that you read the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Learn the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Build some real life skills that you can sell it. Not knowing the principles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not valid excuse. Learn the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and increase yourself in knowledge. Number 4, the advice that I can give you is, do not listen to extremist and liberal ulama. We have 2 types of people. One type is extremist, and the second type are most liberal. There's a saying of Imam Hassan al-Basri. He said the extremism is 2 types. Either taking something too extreme or either taking something too light. They are both extreme, either in left way or the right way. Do not listen to extreme ulama. Deen and life in general, they are most beautiful thing. If they were not beautiful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would allow us to commit suicide. In fact, the suicide is haram in Islam because Allah wants us to live. He wants us to enjoy the dunya. He has beautified the dunya. He is telling us tadabbur on the dunya, on the mountains. أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبْلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ is asking you how I have created things. Look at them, reflect on them. If the dunya was such ugly things and Allah just wants us to come here and die and that's all, then the suicide would be permitted in Islam. My point is, Listen to the ulama who are upon the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who follow Quran and Sunnah, and they don't take certain matter to extreme, and they don't take matters too light. We have compassionate imam, for them everything is okay, including dancing with opposite gender, LGBTQ community plus, and so on and so forth. Don't go towards them, and don't go towards them that everything is fasiq and everyone is kafir except himself and bunch of his companions around him who are just praising him, and that's why they are good and everybody else is kafir. And there's nothing but evil coming from every side, and nothing can be solved except the bloodshed. So keep away yourself from that type of ulama as well. Number 5, do not lose hope. Do you know it's a major sin to be hopeless? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned in multiple places of the Quran, and same we can derive from the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever the Sahaba were hopeless, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them, do not be hopeless. فَإِنَّ قَرِيب, and I'm near to you, and Allah's help is there. Do not be hopeless. Don't worry. Whatever is happening, it's part of the bigger wisdom. If we change ourselves and we are good Muslim, don't you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us the authority and the keys of peace and tranquility in dunya, inshallah. So these are 5 advice that I shared with you. If you can please go to your home and share this advice with your friends and family. And if you can share this video, you will get equal reward if anybody follow this advice and implement it in their life. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.